Hi, I'm Pete from Llanelwy Campers. I've just successfully built my own powder coating oven. I say successfully, it's taken a lot of trial and error getting the systems to work correctly, getting heat flow to work correctly. So it's not too hot. It's pretty much well controlled now, and it does a fantastic job. There's very little information on the internet how to build powder coating ovens, so it's just a case of suck it and see what you can come up with. Anyway, this has worked pretty well. I'll just show you around it now. The oven itself is 8 foot high, 4 foot wide, and it's 1 meter deep. It's designed specifically to put one of my products in there, and it works very well for that. It's very cheap to run. It runs on kerosene. There's no additional power source required other than the mains control voltage, and obviously for the power for the light. So basically what we've got around the side here, this yet again, we've put a side flue exhaust going up there. That's a insulated flue, so it keeps nice and cool. We've got a peephole here in the front, so basically you can fire your temperature controller through there to check your metal temperatures. Obviously 2 handles there. It's locked with 2 chute bolts, one top, one at the bottom to keep the heat in, and I've actually put a piece of oven glass in here. It still needs paint and everything, yeah, but put an oven glass in here, which is great. Obviously it's okay with temperature, and it's very tough indeed. I've dropped it twice from about 8 foot high and it still hasn't broke, so it's not too bad at all. Put a 240 LED light on there just to give you some illumination inside the oven. Going around to the side, we've got a 20 litre diesel fuel tank there off an X traffic light system. A Riello RDB2 burner, which kicks out around about 40 kilowatts of power, runs on kerosene. And then we've got the control box here, which has got PID control there, which you can regulate to control your temperatures. The actual thermocouple itself is halfway up the oven. I didn't want to put it at the bottom because it would be too cold. I didn't want it at the top because it would be too hot. So I've worked out now what's on trial at the moment. We've got to reach a metal temperature around about 180 degrees. So I've actually got the PID control set at 160. So when the temperature in the middle of the oven, or near enough the bottom of the oven, is 160, the top's around about between 180 and 210. So your metal temperature does regulate itself quite well at them sort of temperatures. Going inside, you've got obviously your flue exhaust pipe going outside. It's not actually a flue, it's just to get rid of any sort of nasty smoke or anything like that. And then you've got your burner coming in through the side. We did have a flame tube across the bottom there, but once we changed it from diesel to kerosene, we found that it was no longer required. We've got a rack at the top here, which pulls right out. So then basically I hang my parts on there, coat them, brush the oven out, and then just basically put the rack back in. Close the right hand door, and then close the left hand door. Chute bolts in. Okay, and then we just power the system on. Your PID control does its checks. Once it's happy, it's asking for heat. Burner starts. Very simple. And you'll see here the temperature that's at the moment is 31 or 32 degrees. And you will see it start to rise quite quickly. A little bit quicker than the electrical system you can set up. There's a lot of scaremongering about whether, running on kerosene is a safe thing to do. we've tried deliberately to try and cause some sort of fire, and we just physically cannot do it. We've had it over temperature, we've had overloaded powder coat on thing, and it just doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's super safe. There's no fumes. There's absolutely nothing. So there you have it. If you've got any questions on how to build powder coating oven, feel free to. Oh, another thing as well, the powder coating oven apart from the rear panel is all fully insulated with a high quality mineral wool, rock wool. Well, the stuff I've used, it's called earth wool, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's non-flammable and it will not sustain a flame at any temperature. So yet again, and it keeps the oven lovely. We've got 72 degrees at this point here, and this is basically nothing. It's cold to the touch, and that's where it's measuring the temperature at the moment, right on this wall. I might find in time that I might have to move the thermocouple to get a more accurate measurement. So before anybody says, you know, your set point 160 is too low, all my parts go in the top of the oven, so it makes more sense to have the set point set slightly lower. It just takes a little bit longer